Hi, and welcome to the lesson on the song I'm Yours, the introduction to that song. It's just before the singing starts, really. And it's that little intro riff at the beginning of the song, I'm Yours. If you want to, go ahead and grab your paper that says I'm Yours, the tablature. And you can kind of compare that with what I'm doing today on the board. Okay. So the difference between the two tablatures is that this tablature is a little involved. It's a little detailed, a little too detailed, I think. Nothing wrong with it. It's great, I think. So what I did was I took the tablature and I broke it down to really what you need to know and left out all the other symbols. So first thing to remember in tablatures, you have 4 lines for the ukulele tablature. This is for ukulele only. 4 lines representing the strings of the ukulele. For, as you can see, the 4 lines represents the open G string, C string, E string, and A string. You usually always have some kind of time signature. You'll have the chords representing the frets. Okay, frets, not fingering. Okay, so they're going to be frets. So make a note of that. These are not fingering. The chord will represent the frets that you're using. For instance, the C chord we're going to do today for this example is on the 3rd fret. See? Kind of looks like how we played the C chord and the fingering of the 3rd finger, but no. For tablatures, it's the fret. See, to make this C chord, you got to use the 3rd fret on the 1st string. We're using the 1st string. Okay. Next, the G chord, we're utilizing 3 strings. See, the 3 strings. And the frets we're using is 2, 3, 2. So if you look over here, we're using 2, frets 2, 2nd fret, 2 outside, over here. And finally, 2nd string is the 3rd fret. Okay, right there. Moving on to A minor. A minor uses the 2nd fret on the high G string. You look up here, on the high G string, the 2nd fret, 2nd fret. Kind of looks like maybe the 2nd finger that we've been using in ukulele to learn the A minor chord, but it's not the fingering, it's the frets that we're using. Okay? To give you an understanding. Once again, anytime you see any number on the tablature, they are frets. Next, this is depicting the embellishment or the lick or riff that's going on in the intro for the song I'm Yours. And it's what it is, it's the using 2 strings here, and you're sliding from the 3rd fret up to the 5th fret. You notice that these 2 lines are going upwards, indicating that you're sliding upwards on the fret. This kind of half circle thing here over the 3 and the 5 is representing that the sound of this musical notation is one solid sound and it's connected, no jerky sounds, no stops in between, just one sound. That's what it means. 3rd fret going to the 5th fret upwards on the fretboard, sliding up. One sound, one smooth sound, sliding up, sliding into the C. Okay. You usually have the lines that represent the measures. Now, if I had more space, it'll look better and more understandable. Just keep in mind, there's 4 beats per in between each line per measure. So each of these things here is 1 measure, 4 beats. So I'm lacking space, so I kind of had to scrunch them together. So a couple of things to remember again. 4 lines in tablature for ukulele represents the 4 strings of the ukulele. The G, C, E, A string. All the numbers that you see on the tablature will always be your frets, never your fingering. Okay, that's very important. So make a note on that. And whatever they're trying to explain to you, whether it be the chord, they're trying to tell you where to press on the fret. Okay, because here's your strings already. These are your strings. You just need to know what fret you're pressing on to make that chord. Because later on, when you get into more advanced or intermediate tablatures, they're going to be using other kind of bar chords. And those bar chords are going to be higher on the fretboard. So those numbers are going to change. They're going to be bigger numbers. But those strings will always be the same. And whatever it is you're doing for your embellishment or your riff, it's going to be symbolized through the other frets. Okay, I would suggest, oh, by the way, on this particular Armier's tablature, just keep in mind, this is great. Nothing wrong with it. I think for the person that is, you know, very experienced and knowledgeable about music, this is a great roadmap to tell you how to do it. But however, for the regular person trying to learn music, this is just too confusing. So I kind of broke it down so that really all you need to know is those things so you can get around with it. So if you listen to like a song enough times where you kind of know it, you can recognize, well, I really need to play these things. I don't have to worry about all the other notations on it. Okay, so go ahead and copy this down because we're going to go through this together, and when I'm showing it to you, I'm going to be standing in front of the board so you will not be able to see it. Pause the tutorial, copy it down, and we'll be starting in a second. Okay, let's check our tuning. G, C, E, A. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sliding into the chord. Okay, so 3rd fret, 2 strings over here, your first bottom 2 strings, sliding from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret, and to the C chord. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming. I'll break it down and show it to you chord by chord. And then we're sliding into the G, which is the 1, sliding into the A minor. Nothing between A minor and F. Okay, no riffs there. Okay, it's in 4/4 time. Here we go. So the fingering that I'm going to do, you don't have to do what I'm doing. Do what's comfortable for you. I think that if you have absolutely no idea on how to do this, I would try to do it my way because it will help you to utilize your fingers better maneuvering it on the fretboard. However, if you kind of been playing ukulele for a while, hey, just do whatever is comfortable for you. If it works for you, that's the main thing. There we go. So I'm going to use my ring finger on the first 2 strings on the 3rd fret. I'm going to slide to the 5th fret. That's the lick right there. That's this right here. That's this riff right here. 3rd fret, 2 strings, sliding to the 5th fret. Okay, and I'm sliding into a C. Then I'll slide again into a G, slide again, etc. going on. Okay, and when you're pressing on that slide, don't press too hard. You only want to press to get the original sound and the slide. So it's like you're strumming, I mean you're plucking or strumming, and you're pressing and sliding. It's one motion. One motion, okay? It's not press and then slide. It's one motion. As soon as you hit it, you're sliding and you're stopping on the 5th fret. Don't go past it now to the 5th fret, as indicated. Okay, so once again, you're strumming. Oh, by the way, I'm playing with my thumb. We're just breaking it down right now. So this is going to be shown to you in 3 examples, building it up into actually playing it. So press and slide, hit and slide. Okay, so it's not hit and slide, it's one motion. As soon as you hit it, you're sliding. But you got to get that first note in. Okay? Okay? And don't press too hard. Just press hard enough to get the sound. Because if you're pressing too hard, it's going to be frustrating because it's going to sound choppy and unsmooth because your hands are going to get sticky in the fretboard. Okay? Here we go. Slide, C. Slide, G. Slide, A minor. If you notice, F. If you notice my little slide, I'm only hitting these 2 strings here. Only two strings. But when I do my chord, I'm hitting all 4 strings. So keep that in mind. Once again, slide, C. Slide, G. Slide, A minor, F, repeat, C, G, slide, A minor. Now keep in mind, I'll talk about it here in a second, and then repeat. Okay, so try that a couple times. when you get comfortable, try to make sure it's smooth. When it's relatively smooth, we're going to then move on to this next section. When you're ready, we're moving on. If not, just back up the tutorial, try it a couple more times, or pause it and try it a couple times. When you're ready, we're moving on. Okay, so next, we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use my finger. Okay, so I'm going to use my finger to kind of hit it. Rather than my thumb, I'm going to use my finger to hit it. And what I'm doing is this. I'm trying to hit the 2 strings for the slide. I'm trying to hit only the 2 strings for the slide. And then when I play my chord, I play all strings. Slide, hit only 2 strings. Okay? And then chord, all strings. Now if you can't do it, you know, it takes a little practice. And I'll be honest, even myself, I can't always hit the 2 strings, you know, perfectly. I may hit 3 strings, which is fine, but you want to avoid hitting all 4 strings on the slide if you can. You know, if not, do what it takes to get to, you know, your goal. So here we go. We're just doing the same thing but with the finger now, okay? So hitting, sliding, okay? And then C, sliding to G, sliding, A minor, F, repeat, sliding, C, sliding, G, sliding, A minor, F, the C. Okay, so now, third and final stage. What we're going to do is the strumming now. When we do the strumming, okay, basically strumming is like this. Slow it down. Now this is not quite the strumming for the song. The song is actually a muted kind of back reggae beat, but then it's utilizing too many techniques to do it. Okay, and bottom line is this: if you really want to do that, okay, if you start off by doing this technique first and just learn it this way first, you will eventually be able to play it whatever way you want. Okay, the main thing is that you get the rhythm of feeling it. Oh, by the way, if you know 2 players, if you know another player that plays the ukulele, if they could do the sliding section where you do the strumming, it'll sound just like the record. So one person do that, that's all, and the other person do. And it will sound just like the record, because technically the original version is 2 players playing whatever it is they're playing. So, yeah. But if you don't and you want to try to do this intro riff by yourself, that's fine too. Just take a little bit to get it smooth. Once again, make sure that you're hitting 2 strings, okay? And then when you do the chord, you're hitting all. And the strum, like this, and I give a count here. See if this is keep in mind this is a little, well, quite a bit slower than how the song goes. You recognize it because the song is faster. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And if you notice, I said 1, 2, 3, and slide because that's a pickup note going into the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, etc. So it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Usually at that point the singing will come in because the intro I believe is just 2 of those. Okay, so you had a chance to see it in its entirety. You had 3 examples to break it down to get to the point of actually strumming it. I suggest to master, unless you're at the point where you can just play it already, I suggest taking each section, trying that section, getting smooth on each of those sections first before trying to play it all the way through smoothly. But if you're a little more advanced and you can do it smoothly, by all means, whenever you're ready, we'll see you for the next lesson.